What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Cloud Slayer channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Got another Monday Ramble. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope you guys got some stuff accomplished, or if not, that's okay too, as long as you guys are safe and, take care of your family, stuff like that, the important shit. But today I'm running a little bit late, so you know what I mean. I had to catch up on some sleep. Couldn't sleep last night, and then finally getting over being sick. So there's always that good old sickness, especially at the end of it being extremely freaking cold, and now it's gonna warm up. That's usually how that works. Whenever the seasons change, there's sickness looming, I guess. But usually the sickness goes away with the winter, they say, but not always the case. Sometimes it goes when it comes when it goes, comes and goes. But good thing now than any other time, I guess. I don't know. It's better to be sick during the weekend than the week, especially if you got like job that you got and stuff like that. It might cut into your PTO. It might cut into other things, or you try to force yourself to go to work sick and it makes it worse, and stuff like that. So do your best to get your rest, right? Rest is a very important thing in life that a lot of people that are busy, or they have multiple jobs, they have kids they gotta support and things like that, right? You gotta pay your bills, feed your family and stuff like that, that sometimes you're not afforded that luxury, of sleeping in and things like that. So whenever you can get some sleep, get as much sleep as you can. The body's not the same, your body, mind, and spirit's not the same as it would be if you're not fully rested and things like that. So you always got to make sure you got to get rest whenever you can. I think that's one other thing that some people don't know, that plays a vital role in some people's mental stability. You know what I mean? And it's severely underrated and things like that. But I don't know about anybody else, but if I'm dog tired, I am cranky. I'm just not myself, right? I'm somebody entirely different, and it's not good for anybody that I come around, right? Because I'm almost super toxic, right? Because you're it's almost like some people, when they're hungry, they get angry, they get hangry, but except it's when you're tired, right? You're tired, your body didn't get the rest that it needs, or that it should get, and sometimes you might lash out at people that didn't even do nothing, right? They didn't do nothing. They're just seeing if you're okay and stuff like that, and you just lash out. You find yourself treating those people not very good, and it's not a good thing, right? You don't treat yourself right, you don't treat anybody else right, and it's like a domino effect, right? No sleep, treat people like crap, not eating right, all this other stuff. Because when you're super tired too, sometimes, or a lot of times, you're going to neglect your body as well. So I know when I'm tired, I eat a lot, because I'm trying to get enough fuel to keep me awake and things like that. Drinking a lot of energy drinks, sugary drinks, whatever. I'm doing a lot of that, which is not good for you, right? There's those diabetes runs strong in my family. It runs strong in other people's families as well, but it's not good to be putting that stuff into my body, or anybody's body for that matter, right? And it just, when you're tired, you just don't care. You're like a honey badger. You just don't give a fuck, right? And down the hatch, I'm tired. I'm just gonna eat, and I'm gonna try to stay awake, and you're almost in an autopilot where sometimes where some certain things matter, they start not to matter, and that's not a good place to be at. But sometimes you got no choice. Sometimes you got no choice, and that's just what you got to do in order to get through the day, or sometimes it's all week, or if you're not feeling good too, when you don't get sleep, your immune system's not as high as it should be as well. So you're most likely gonna get sick a little bit easier than normal. It'll lower. It can lower things like that. So you find yourself not getting a lot of sleep, and you're always sick, or you're always crabby, you're always treating others in a way that you wouldn't normally, or things like that. Maybe this is something to look into. Like, am I sleeping enough? Am I, whatever? Because mistreating other people, there's no excuse for it, right? Albeit understandable, but sometimes doing that, it'll push people away from you. Like they don't want to be around you. Like, some people might see that you're a hard worker or whatever, but if you're mistreating them, why would they want to be around? They'll just be like, oh well, I'm either gonna give that person some space, or I'm just not gonna be around, because I don't have to take that stuff from anybody, right? And I'll just go somewhere where even if they're tired, they're not gonna lash out at me or something, right? And it's a poop show, So you got to take care of yourself, your body, and your mind. So those are like, it can all be a representation of yourself, just yourself. You can just say that, but there's different aspects of yourself that you got to take care of, right? And that's just, I don't know. That's just how I personally see it, So you got to make sure you're sleeping. You got to make sure you're eating good. You got to make sure that you're moving around enough where you're in a good spot. For me, but you can't always do that all the time. I'm freaking 32, and I know some 32-year-olds that, I don't know, man, they look like they're 40, 50 years old. There's a lot of people that can't squat when they hit 30s or even mid-20s because they're not taking care of themselves as well as they should be, right? Can't do a squat, can't do any of that stuff because their knees are bad and stuff like that. But the truth is, maybe they're not moving their body enough for their body to do that, right? Or they don't have proper form like they used to and stuff like that. Sometimes when you put on extra poundages, your body has different leverages. So you don't know how to, you haven't done something in 10, 15 years, you're not going to be able to just do it like that. You got to figure out how your body's working, or because if you do pick up extra poundages, it's going to be more stressful on your body. There's different things to factor into it. It's hard to tell or say anything if you're not that person that it's happening to, because it just, all right, sorry, I have to go around this roundabout here, make sure I don't get in a car accident. That's where most accidents happen. But you just got to do the best you can to set yourself up for success, to set yourself up where you're not being grumpy towards everybody else, that your body's getting enough rest and things like that. You're getting enough fuel for the day, but not to the point where it may affect you negatively. Sometimes the quality of the fuel means more than just getting the fuel. Sometimes, especially when you get older, you can, you eat at home and you eat like some hamburger or something, you make homemade hamburgers. That's going to be better than McDonald's hamburgers. It's going to be better than Burger King hamburgers. It's going to actually have a sufficient amount of proteins and stuff like that. So maybe even less carbs, if depending, because I use bread sometimes for my hamburger, or I just eat the hamburger patty, So it might be better just to eat the hamburger patty, like if you have to eat fast food or whatever. But a lot of times it's those sauces that are on those. So usually if I order takeout, I freaking I'm taking off the sauces, unless if it's like some sriracha, you get some hot sauce or something. It's not gonna be nowhere near as calorically dense as some of these like ranches and mayo and things like that. So those are a lot of things to watch out for, because there's a lot of people that eat salads, and they can't lose weight. And one of the main thing is because they drench their salads in dressing, right? They dress it up so much that there's so many calories inside that salad that it's actually doing negative for your body, as opposed to what goal that you're trying to set for it, where you're trying to either lose weight or whatever, just trying to make it through whatever. So, and I see people like they're not losing weight, and I'm like, have you seen, dressing counts as a lot of calories and stuff, and sometimes they'll be in denial, like, I didn't put that much dressing in there, blah blah blah, and it's like, I seen a lot of dress, I seen you, and it wasn't that I was trying to stare or anything like that, but sometimes when you hear somebody like complain about something enough, you kind of investigate, and seeing that, and it's like, well, I see something different than what you see. So just because you tell yourself something doesn't mean that that's what's actually happening, or that I don't know. It's hard to tell. So I know that I'm not one to lie to myself. If I overindulge in something, I'm pretty open about it, especially with myself. You got to be open with yourself if these are things that you want to do to improve on. It's like somebody that drinks 20 beers and like, I don't have a drinking problem or something, but in all reality you do. So, and you do it constantly, and it is what it is, man. I'm not to judge anybody. Like, I was there once where I did that stuff, and sometimes it's hard to tell yourself the truth. So but anyways, if you're gonna try to get better, you gotta start telling yourself the truth. You gotta start doing these things to help yourself get better, because at the end of the day, it's you who has to get you better, not anybody else that has to get you better. So good luck to you going forward, and I wish you the best of luck. But you're not alone. There's a lot of people that are doing it too, doing their best to get better, and make some goals happen, make some of their dreams come true, maybe even, I guess, and or just trying to get better, simply trying to get better. So, but anyways, I hope you guys have a great one. Get your sleep, get some good food in, and I hope you guys have a great one. Till next time, peace.